Peter Parker wakes up to find the fucking police pointing a fucking guns at him, telling him to leave his apartment. He's confused and notices everything in the apartment is different. None of his stuff is there. He calls Aunt May, but she says she doesn't have a fucking nephew and hangs up. He finds MJ, but she thinks he's a stalker and nearly attacks him, so he runs away and falls into a construction site. Then he realizes something even worse. His powers are gone. Peter tries to get help from the Avengers and Fantastic Four, but they tell him to go away. Suddenly, he gets a mysterious message saying if he wants his life back, he has to go to Grand Central Station at midnight. At the station, Peter finds an empty train car. Then a creepy train conductor with a mustache growing out of his fucking nose shows up and says Peter hasn't paid his fare. The conductor chases Peter, who panics since he no longer has his powers. He runs through the train cars and sees horrifying things like people eating human organs. The conductor catches up, and Peter stabs him in the eye with a screwdriver, but it doesn't hurt him. The train stops suddenly and Peter escapes. He finds disturbing photos of his loved ones being tortured, which lead him to a creepy mansion. Inside, he finds J. Jonah Jameson being tortured. Peter frees him, and they hear screams upstairs. When they go to check, they find Aunt May and MJ tied to chairs. But after Peter frees them, they turn into monsters. Peter runs for his life, realizing this must all be an illusion created by Mysterio. Eventually, Peter finds Mysterio, who's also being tortured. Mysterio admits he was forced to make all the fake nightmare scenes. He helps Peter find his Spider-Man suit, and they escape the mansion. Peter asks who made him do this, but Mysterio passes out before answering. Suddenly, someone called Spider-Side shows up and tells Peter that the Jackal is behind it all. He says he was also forced to help create this nightmare and removes a device from Peter's head that was blocking his powers. Peter gets his powers back and goes after the Jackal. He gets flashbacks of being experimented on, snaps, and knocks the Jackal out by breaking his jaw. After everything is over, Peter fucking reconnects with Aunt May and even meets with MJ again.